Hey. My last message was kind of short, so I'm going to use Ali Mann's tarot again. I did notice the Ace of Hounds on the bottom of the deck. So the Ace of Hounds, I'm just going to start off with this because I was noticing a message in all the other face-up decks that I have that I shuffle. Sorry, I got to take my shoes off. So I can stand like a flamingo. It might be significant. Ace of Hounds reminds you that while you have tamed some of your more harsh or animal-like instincts, you do still have teeth. And to not forget that for some of you, it's that when you use your teeth unwittingly, unknowingly, like a big fucking dog that's an alligator, right? They don't know they're hurting you, and that's not their intent at all. But you're just different. You know, you're a little more, I don't want to say strong, but with the rest of the cards, we've got No Road Home, which is a call to rest. Fidget Spinner, which is, for this reading, I'm getting like, you know how you can zone out just staring at those? It's like meditation, but meditation combined thinking and marking the, with the two of obelisks, it's like setting up mile markers. That's what you're supposed to be doing, is measuring your successes and changes and failures. With this alley man behind it, there is a harsh truth here that you need to face that is going to hurt when it sinks its teeth into you. It's funny that we got this alley man and the Ace of Hounds. But as long as you don't pull away from that truth, the damage is not going to be as significant as it would be if you were to fight that truth, okay? So, we've also got Deadline, Rough Road, River of Release, and Harmony. So it's like you're in a stressful, anxious situation right now because you feel like you should be further along than you are. But you just, it's perseverance. That's what you're being taught right now, perseverance. There's a rough road ahead, but beyond that rough road, once you get comfortable, it's like embrace the suck, right? Once you get comfortable with that rough road, that river of release will eventually get to you, or you will get to it. And then harmony and charity and connection can ensue. But yeah, it's like you're telling yourself that. Interesting. So we've got the Storyteller and the Wild Hunt, but then we've got Phoenix with Judgment and the Lovers under it, and the Four of Wands. Okay, so I'm just going to start going. We start off with the Storyteller. The Storyteller is somebody who tells himself stories, and it kind of ties in with my last reading a little bit, actually, with Frost. But this is telling yourself the story, but you're telling yourself the part of the story that you want to keep remembering, that you want to keep remembrance of. With this Wild Hunt, this is a call. Something is calling you. A darkness is calling you. If you look at the Wild Hunt in lore, even in fucking Witcher, right? It's something that hunts. It's something, a darkness that draws, that kind of pulls you. And you can even look in, when I say mythology, I mean Norse mythology, because I believe the Wild Hunt was led by Odin. So it might be significant, but you need to get back to this, because this wasn't upright. It's not that your foundation is fucked. It's just that there's so much that's happened in your taming. There's so much that happened in your taming. It pointed you in a different direction. Now you feel a pull to darkness because of this story that you've been telling yourself here about it, instead of realizing that you allowed the leash put on your head. You know what I mean? For some of you. So what do you need to do about this? Besides get back to basics, get back to calmness. What do you do? And that might not be the right question. Eight of Swords, holding yourself captive, hostage. You are facing every single one of those swords. You have blindfolded yourself. But, you know, funny, this card doesn't necessarily look like she has tied herself up. It's like you have taken the bonds that somebody has tied you up with, and because you are blindfolded, made them multitudinous in your head, right? It's like you got one here, you got one here, you got one around your wrists and one around your feet. But you're just feeling like you are completely enshrouded in this fucking rope and these trappings and these trainings and these lessons and this bullshit. And then we've got Deadline, time running out, on edge, and intervention. So that kind of brings up the anxiety. It's like you're telling yourself that you're this trapped person and you're not. Yeah, the time machine. So it's like you just keep going back in your head. You're just kind of living there. The past is fantastic to reflect on if you can do it objectively. But if you go back like you're in a time machine and you relive all of that shit over and over and over again, it's going to keep fucking you up. Okay? You don't have a bad foundation, but you are miring yourself in your mentality. And you need to take a break. Ooh, okay, so we've got the Page of Wands and the Nine of Games. You need to find your passion and your joy for life again. Page of Wands and the Nine of Games. And you see how the Games card looks pretty much the same no matter what? They've got an upright side and a reverse side. Life is, you're meant to enjoy, not the pain, But be present and find a passion again. Fuck. The pain is going to end eventually. We have Le Monde, which is the world. The pain is going to end eventually with the turn of the wheel. And that's funny because I swear that was when the bottom of the deck energy when I pulled out the Ace of Hounds. We had a Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck when I pulled the Ace of Hounds off of the bottom. So the second wheel that I've seen. But now is the time to illuminate your truth. The Hermit is a card of being on your own, learning by your own. Of course, taking other people's perspectives and everything into account, because that's how we learn from other people, so that we don't have to experience every little single fucking thing. But illuminating your own truth, your own light. And you see that red tie there, that red line? It's like following that, following your fate, your destiny right there. Especially with the third eye activated. So you might be having to trust your intuition too. Your ego might be the only thing that's keeping you trapped in this fear. You might be hearing your intuition trying to tell you to get out of it, or your intuition's trying to help you break out of it, and you're just emphatically denying them. Yeah, the Albright and the Albright and the Alley. Oh, I love this. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, this is great. This is turning out so well. Bottom of the deck energy, 10 of attention. It's not horrible to want human connection. It's not horrible to go after it. It's even not horrible to change parts of yourself to go after it. You might think that that's weak, but when you make things about yourself better, and I hesitate to use that term better because it makes it sound like it's not good where it's at. You know what I mean? 642 on the timer when I look. But improving, just being more, and not that attitude of superiority, just knowing that you learned from your mistakes yesterday and knowing that today you're going to try harder, We have the Albright, which is a card of hope. And then they came out together, the Alley. The Alley is a card, kind of like Deals in the Dark with the... does this even belong in this deck? I think it does. The Alley, it's like knowing, the Alley, right? Not necessarily specifically you, but it's being comfortable in knowing about places that you experience, you have a hand in, you have a key to. That's why you're being shown all of this. Like I said earlier, you're being shown perseverance in this. Being taught that lesson. I think that was this reading. Being taught that lesson of perseverance, of sticking it through, of bringing yourself to the light when others have brought you to darkness, or you have brought yourself to darkness. Okay? But having hope. This is going to teach you how to move in this alley smoothly, with confidence, comfortable again in your own skin, right? You just got to have hope. Hope, hope, hope. Albright is a card of straight up hope. I was going to check bottom of the deck, and we're doing it because I didn't. No, I did. I already did it. Your mentions. It's a final tarot card, so that means that anything that I could say beyond this, there's no point in you knowing, because so much of it would be changeable by the people in your energy, in your circle, in your environment, even at your job, right? Everybody's got choices and frequencies that interact with yours. So, for now, know that you were being taught perseverance, you were being strengthened, you were being tempered, even though temperance didn't come out. You were being strengthened. You just need to find the strength in yourself to pull yourself out of that story that you've been telling yourself and actually see reality for what it is, okay? 838 on the timer. I hope this helped. Love you.